Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I start, I've got an apology to make to you. I'm really sorry, I've got a massive apology to make to you. And it's not just the fact that I haven't had a shave today. I'll tell you the apology. There's something I just can't do. Do you want to know what it is? I just don't have enough faith to be an atheist. I'm really sorry if I've upset anyone, if I've offended anyone today. I just don't have enough faith to be an atheist. And I'm sorry, but I'll give you 3 reasons why. I'll give you 3 reasons why I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. My first reason is this. Explosions don't design, they destroy. Now, when we go to school, how are we told that this earth came about? We're told it came about by a big bang. So my question is to the atheist, or to anyone who thinks that happened, if you can name me one explosion, one big bang in the whole history of humanity that created anything good, that created any order. Name me just one explosion that's created anything good. When I think of explosions, I think of Hiroshima, I think of Manchester, September the 11th, Afghanistan. Everything that happened in those explosions caused mess and chaos. Do you know what the professor at Princeton University said, Edwin Conkin? He said this. Now this is an amazing quote, so listen to this. The probability of life originating from accident is comparable to the probability of the Oxford Dictionary resulting from an explosion in a printing factory. Isn't that a good quote? You imagine an explosion inside of a printing factory and you think the Oxford Dictionary would come from that. It's crazy to think those things, and yet we've been brainwashed into thinking that this whole universe came from a massive explosion. Explosions happen from chaos. Right, my second reason is, for those of you going by, just stopping, I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. So I'm giving you 3 reasons why I do not have enough faith to be an atheist. And my second reason is this. Slime does not know the difference between right and wrong. Do you see that just there? Can you see that little piece of slime just there, right in front of me? Now, everyone just watch this. There's a little piece of slime right there in front of me. Watch what I'm about to do. I've just stepped on that slime. Now let me ask you this. Is it wrong what I've just done when I stepped on that piece of slime? Is it wrong that I've just stepped on that piece of slime? Am I going to get arrested? Okay, let me put this to you then, ladies and gentlemen. One of you lie down in front of me and I'll step on you. Is that right or wrong? It's wrong, isn't it? Because you have got more value than a piece of slime. And yet, you know what we're told in the science lessons? We're told that we evolved from something called primordial slime over millions of years. So my question to the atheist is, at what point did we develop a conscience? Does slime know it's wrong for me to stand on it? No, but if I stand on you, well, you're going to have something to say about that, aren't you? And I'm not exactly the strongest man, so you might actually beat me up. Another question for you, okay? Is Hitler an evil man, or is Hitler a good man? That's my question to you. Is Hitler an evil man, or is he a good man? Hands up if you think Hitler's a good man. No one. Hands up if you think Hitler's an evil man. How do you know he's an evil man? I'll tell you how, because the Bible says God has written the law upon man's heart. God has given us a conscience so we know the difference between right and wrong. Those of you stopping, I'm just saying I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. My third and final reason is this. You can't put love into a test tube. Now, this is really interesting, but scientists will tell us that they can explain everything. And they'll tell us that love is a chemical reaction in the brain. Now, if you're a scientist, let me ask you this question. Tell me, what is it like going on a scientific date? I mean, if I was on a date with my wife, I wouldn't want scientists around in lab coats and everything telling me what to do. Where does love come from? If love is just a chemical reaction in the brain, and this is my wife here, and I see another woman who I'm more attracted to than my wife and gives me a bigger chemical reaction, can you condemn me for cheating on her? No, love is more than just a chemical reaction in the brain. Well, again, my wife's here, okay? Say I get cancer. Okay, and I'm terribly ill in the hospital with cancer, and I'm going through chemotherapy, and I'm all ill and I'm all pale, and I'm not attractive, and, you know, my wife's thinking, well, that's not the same guy I married, okay? Is she going to stick by me? Who thinks she's going to stick by me? She is, isn't she? Because love requires an action of the will. Now here is the ultimate question. What would you think of Jesus Christ if when he was hanging on the cross he decided, do you know what? I could be in heaven right now. I don't need to be with these people who are spitting on me, shouting at me, laughing at me. I don't need to be here. What would you think of that? Would you think that that's a loving Jesus? It's not, is it? But Jesus put so much love into us when he was completely innocent. He bled and he died on a cross for you and me. And do you know why he did it? And I really don't want to say this to upset anyone, but this is why I'm standing here, because we have a judgment. We've all done wrong and we've all messed up and we deserve to be punished. But Jesus Christ died in our place so that we won't go to an awful place called hell. And do you know what the even better news is this? 3 days later, Jesus rose from the dead. Now that is incredible. If you died and 3 days later came back from the grave, I'd listen very carefully to what you had to say. So we should listen very carefully to what Jesus has to say when he says, believe in me, put your trust in me. I'm going to stop there. We're giving out these John's Gospels absolutely for free. Now, in chapters 19 and 20, people are put to death for what they claim to have seen in this. Please, we're giving these out absolutely for free. Please take this, read it. Think about these things. Thank you very much for listening.